Ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored with the presence of the Honourable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Mr. Wesley Raminai, MP, to give the keynote address at this 39th graduation ceremony. Please make him welcome.
Thank you, Your Grace Archbishop Douglas, Father Douglas Young, Archbishop of Montagan and Chair of University Council, Professor Philip Gibbs, President of Divine Word Universities, members of the University Council, distinguished guests, the hardworking staff and students. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for inviting me for this important occasion. It is a joy to be here to share this memorable event with you all. Together with parents, sponsors, and partners in the development and the university, we are celebrating another achievement of this academic community, as each graduation is a testimony to the university's achievement. I understand we have 781 students graduating today, and of this, 14 are graduating for the first time from the Bachelor's of Medicine and Surgery, MBBS program. Well done, Divine Word University, for that. And as you all know, our country needs more doctors. I'd rather say this also reminds me, I was once a student at the medical faculty back in UPNG, but I think I only went there because I had the marks. I didn't have the heart to save the people in the hospital, so I had to leave and go to another field. But for those medical students, I know it's a lot of hard work that you put in, so much to do. From other Divine Word University campuses, there's 633 will graduate from the education programs at Holy Trinity Montagan, Kabalio in Rabaul, and Kaindi in Quebec. Also 112 nurses from St. Mary's campus in Rabaul, 37 from Good Shepherd Seminary in Chihuahua. To the Divine Word University, a big congratulations for graduating 1,563 students altogether. And I must tell you that our country needs more graduates. You are graduating at a time when we are having the passing of our great educationists, just like my two speakers have already said. A believer in holistic development, Grand Chief St. Michael Thomas Somare. I'm also inspired by one of his statements that the Grand Chief St. Michael Somare said when he was asked by the Australian colonizers prior to the days leading up to the independence on the 16th of September, 1975. His response was, I have my lawyers, accountants, nurses, teachers, pilots, engineers from my PNG woman. That's how Grand Chief replied. Today is the testament of Grand Chief St. Michael Somare's dreams, which was and is to see more educated Papua New Guineans like you are here in your flying colors, receiving your degrees, diplomas, masters, and your certificates. I congratulate you for your milestone achievements. You have worked hard in your turbulent times, and you deserve this. I see extraordinary Papua New Guineans here who want to do great things for their families, tribes, and the country. That passion that you have to do greater things in your life shall form that charisma and the institution to reshape and define PNG in the next 40 years as enshrined in our Vision 2015. Your government, the Marabe Basel government, is pushing for quality education. And recently we have started with the standard-based education at the lower school levels. We view speaking and writing quality education is the foundation for transforming our developing country. We at the higher education level, in the higher education sector, reform has been undertaken with the certification of certain pieces of legislations, namely Education Amendment Act 2020, Higher and Technical Education Reform Act 2020, Higher Education General Provisions Amendment Act 2020, National Training Council Amendment Act 2020, PNG University of Natural Resources and Environment Amendment Act 2020, University of Goroka Amendment Act 2020, and finally, the University of Papua New Guinea Amendment Act 2020. My department is undertaking vital institutional reform processes so that there is clarity in the visions and the goals of various higher education institutions in the country. The great occasion today culminates the reasons as to why learning institutions are established. Our goal is to produce graduates like you to champion the cause for gender equality, competitive intelligence at the global stage, game changers in the professional organizations, and above all, catalysts for development in your own communities. Our country is going through development challenges. We have highest number of graduates with their jobs, and some have given up hope on engaging in self-sustaining income activities. Some put the blame on the government or the level of education they receive, or for other reasons, blame on the fields of studies. Please remember this. Your life is like a pencil. Every time it breaks or goes blunt, we have to sharpen it again and again. In life, every time we come to an end or our hearts get broken, we have to start again and again to rebuild ourselves in every way. Dear graduates, as a graduate of university myself, your success is based on your commitment to believe in yourself, setting your visions right, and a lot of networking. A lot of networking, I mean, before when I was at uni, I see a group of students walking there, but I never talk to them. I just ignore them and I walk by. I stay in my groups. But 5 years or 10 years down the track, you'll see that those who are ex-DWU are the ones that you'll easily go. When you apply for a job, when you want to get some business, you need them. So those upcoming students, and you yourselves as well, networking is very important in the business world today. You must put your priorities right, and with little or inexperience, maybe, you can achieve amazing results if you put your heart and soul in it. Today marks my first visit to this university as a Minister for Education, Research, Science and Technology. And by looking around, I am absolutely impressed with the magnificent learning facilities and the hardworking staff you have here. Your university is greatly acknowledged for the thousands of graduates working in the country and abroad. I have met some very outstanding ex-Divine Word University professionals at the very highest level. The DY spirit is all I can see. And as you graduate, certainly you'll make a difference because the highest standards has been established by the previous graduates of this fine university. From my own experience, prior to becoming a politician, I was a private businessman. I recruited students from various other universities, so as Divine Word University. One thing I learned was that the graduates from Divine Word University were very outstanding, with good moral and ethical values, and above all, they were willing to take the challenges on. I see your families and benefactors here to witness your graduation. They have been part of you when you began your education journey. Among them are the staff members and other support staff who have made your studies possible. These people are the stars of your life, I must say. In those moments of misery and difficulties, they have been there to push you hard. And we must all utterly congratulate them as well. One thing I see is when graduates like you enter the workforce, some of you think of corrupting the system and engaging in what they want to get out of it. I keep on telling others, in our country, there is enough for everyone in this country. We must be considerate for others, and in doing, applying the moral principles that are cornerstone to our goals and aspiration embodied in our 8-point improvement plan and the national constitution. When we start believing in our government institution and the laws of this country, we shall walk extra mile in creating a vibrant democracy in our region. It all starts with you graduates here. Who will ever say no when you can write a good proposal? Who can ever say no when you can develop a good thesis for any medical research or whatsoever? Who can ever also say no when you can fly and navigate the world in any sophisticated aircraft? Who can ever say no when you can become a platinum millionaire? Who can ever say no when you can make an archaeological discoveries? Who can ever say no when you can provide economic advice to the UN, to the World Bank, and to the UNDP? Who can ever say no when you can play and compete at the highest level like the NRL, like what Olam is doing? Who can ever say no when a woman is up in the tallest skyscrapers? And please, who can ever say no when you are very competitive and the best at the global stage? Dear graduates, you can be who you want to be, so you got to believe in yourself. You can transform any place, anywhere in the world when you get out of this university. With these words, I think I thought I'd talk a bit too much. I would like to congratulate all of you on your achievements today, and may our good God bless you all and reward you as you travel back to your final destination. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us give another round of applause to our keynote speaker, the Honourable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Mr. Wesley Raminai, MP.